It's one of those big decisions that you just want to sit in the meeting and just wonder what the hell, like to be the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
What, did they all just go, yes, great idea.
Yes.
Let's take this point and click adventure and make a really basic car game about it.
Oh, fantastic idea, Greg. Oh, well done, Greg. Good idea, Greg.
But we joke, does that actually happen?
Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Nick. You well?
Yes, I'm quite well. Dave, have you watched Zootopia?
Oh, the little bunny... I don't know what the little animal is. Bunny and some other animal.
Bunny
Wolf?
and Fox.
Fox. Okay, yes. I have watched it once a long time ago. It's not bad.
In some countries, it's called Zootropolis, which doesn't have the same ring to it.
Why?
I don't know.
Because Topia
I don't know.
and Utopia?
Wow, I've no idea.
You've now gone down a rabbit hole now. I'm not going to stop thinking about why would it be Zootropolis? Like...
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's Zootopia in the States, and I think in Europe, but in some other countries, I don't know, maybe Eastern countries or whatever, it's called Zootropolis.
Okay, why do you ask anyway? Why are we going down the Zootopia bunny hole?
Because of this week's game, anthropomorphic detective work.
Oh yeah. Do you know how many times anthropomorphic came up in my research, and then I tried to type it once, and I was like, nope, animal-like.
Nope. Animal-like?
Animal-ish. Animals. I am not... I was like, whoa, I don't even know how to say this word that well, let alone try to spell it. But yes, this is anthropomorphic.
This is proper anthropomorphic. It is very... The only one I can really think of close to this is Zootopia / Zootropolis.
Ah, see, because you as the people say, you're not a man of culture. Many anime have been built on the same premise, by all accounts.
Okay, you know what? Let introduce this week's game, then we can talk about the anime.
Well, this one's actually a relatively difficult one to introduce because it's called, originally it was called Backbone, and then it got changed to, was it Noir Tails? Am I right?
Other way around, Tails Noir.
Tails Noir, fundamentally the same thing. Which, okay, it is fundamentally a game about being animals in certain animal city, which is a lot like, have you ever heard of the anime called Beastars? It's on Netflix. It's about a wolf who falls in love with a bunny, fundamentally. Which,
no, Beastars?
Beastars. I
know
it's a weird one.
That's
I know it is a weird one. It's all about kind of being the Beast Star is kind of like the head prefect at the school they're at. They're like the highest level.
This is at a school.
Animal.
Okay,
yes,
you're losing.
And then later on it kind of develops into the streets and stuff. But this is kind of a regular theme in a lot of anime. So this strangely enough is what reminded me of Straight Away. This game was released by Raw Fury, which
hell yeah, they're publishing quite a number of well-to-do indie titles, right? They also published Blueprints.
I was shocked by that, or fundamentally I just forgotten that that's what it was produced, which is was a really popular indie free game, I say part of your subscription on the PlayStation platform and stuff like that. Yeah. It was very good. I didn't also know, did you ever play Cassette Beasts? Or hear of Cassette Beasts?
No.
It's kind of like if you crossed like Pokemon with Darkest Dungeon kind of mechanics. You have like 5 or 6 beasts on a field, but you have to arrange them in a specific way to boost and attack the other 5 monsters. It's kind of like a strategy Pokemon game, but was super popular. It was a super popular indie game that did really well. And I didn't know Raw Fury did that.
Okay, Raw Fury did that too.
Yeah, and they've got I was looking at it, they got a ton of point-and-click adventure games. Like, their bread and butter for a good few years was just point-and-click adventures, either in sci-fi, in
oh, hell yeah. Any we'd recognize?
No.
Okay.
At least
All
I
right.
didn't. And I know. I granted, we all like we're roughly the same age, so we both grew up with point and click adventure games. Be it
Yes,
Monkey
we did.
Island,
Yes, we
Unbeat
did.
Still Skies, the like, right?
Binged through all the Monkey Island games.
Because they're great. You should. Everybody should.
Because
do
they
that
are good. Ladies and gents, if you've not played Monkey Island, do it now.
No doubt. Did you play Day of the Tentacle? Also a classic, kind of renowned.
No, I've not. I've still not played Day of the Tentacle. Oh, what's that motorbike one?
Oh, Full Throttle.
Yes, Full Throttle.
That one's great. I love Full Throttle. That was one of my favorite ones.
I've played some Sam and Max.
Sam & Max is also very good. It definitely goes up there in the A class or S tier in regards to point.
Yeah.
So they are like, and they do a ton of them. So they're like, I was going back into the heyday, and a lot of their original ones was just a point and click adventure because they themselves enjoyed the point and click adventure. The company was actually started from a gentleman who was the vice president of the mobile side of Paradox Interactive, which I don't.
Okay.
Paradox Interactive is Borderlands, right? Or am I wrong? Because I'm really wrong about this nearly all the time. Who's Paradox Interactive? I know that company name.
Oh, I don't know.
See,
Isn't that Europa Universalis?
Yes. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, we've done it. We've got the answer.
It's funny. It's funny because I always think to myself, "Oh, Nick will remember that. He remembers everything." And then I throw you like a bone, and you're like, "No, I don't remember everything,
Of course, I don't
Dave.
remember this.
I don't remember
You
every
thought I
single
would
thing."
remember?
I did, yeah, for some reason. And Gordon Van Dyke, formerly a producer of EA DICE on the various, he worked on Battlefield games. So they were kind of like some big-ish positions in the game.
Yeah, these are seasoned people of the gaming industry.
And then he decided to make a company, again, like a lot of people we've seen in the industry, who decided to focus on indie games.
Because that's where the soul's at.
It's like Battlefield, it's kind of good and stuff, but it's got no heart, no life, no something fun. And I guess with indie games, you'd also develop like one in 1 year, then do something different the next year and stuff like that.
Yes, something different.
Yeah,
it's so. I mean, we do this each time we have another entry for the Indie 500.
Yes,
indies are where the soul's at for gaming. Where it used to be 25 years ago at just regular titles.
Yeah.
That has been taken over by corpos, by suits, by executives who think they know better.
Yeah. And
that's where we're at now.
But luckily, like I said, it's still going strong. I was kind of worried that the corpos were just going to start buying out all the indie development companies and then just like rehashing the same thing. But the indie development studios are holding out strong. They're actually kind of keep going themselves.
It's good because the development life cycle of an indie game for an indie studio is sustainable.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's very, very true. Not huge budgets and needs millions of sales just to make a little bit of profit, right? No, it's very true.
Yeah, you can't just spend 7 years to make Horizon Forbidden best every single time.
That's exactly right. But anyway, this game did have some like drama, some like behind the scenes like nonsense, and you're like, oh.
It did?
Is that so? Oh, it really did. Like this game, like a lot of, at least a few good games, was originally placed on Kickstarter to help funding for such things because games are kind of expensive.
I know.
And everybody loved the concept. Everybody loved the little demo that was given out with it, and it raised over 151% of its goal. So it raised it and then some. But when they reached like the 100, in a Kickstarter you get goal levels, right? In regards to you donate 5,000, right? And one of the milestones, if we raised, I don't know what the 150% was, say $100,000.
Okay.
We will add this, and this to the game. And one of the big things of that list was voice actors.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say voice acting.
Which everybody really wanted, right? That this actually made other people donate more than once or buy another copy and stuff like that because they really wanted that milestone. They wanted to, like we're all kind of luxury now, we all kind of want to just hear things instead of read things, by all accounts. But they never did it.
What do you...
And there was
Okay. Did they say anything about why they didn't do it?
No, not really. The thing is, a lot of Now, like we said initially, right? This was called Backbone originally, which,
Correct.
again, as a name is kind of... I'm still trying to find out where that really came from, Backbone.
I know.
Oh, how? Go on. Why do they call it Backbone?
No, it's. I prefer not to, because it's a big old spoiler.
Oh, is this something to do with the very end, right? It's the only thing I could connect to, like the really ending.
Could.
Oh, mysterious. Ooh. And then
I'm not gonna spoil this game on air. I'm not going to spoil this for anyone listening. If you're curious about this game, at the end of this episode, if you want to check out Tails Noir / Backbone, please go play it.
But the really weird thing, though, it changed to Tails Noir. Yeah. Now, a lot of people saying it changed to Tails Noir because on the internet, everybody was saying Backbone never delivered on their promises. So the search engine optimization was all negative when you searched for their game. So they decided to change the name of it to somewhat kind of change the narrative on the game they released and change the name to Tails Noir, right? But the other really weird thing is when they released the game called Tails Noir, in Japan, there is a video game called Tails Noir. I.e. kind of like Tales of Vesperia type, or Vesperia and all those. It's not the same game, but they like to use them for their mobile games to kind of sound alike. So there was actually a game called this, but in Asia fundamentally. So it wasn't a huge problem. A lot of people saying it's very kind of like murky waters by all accounts for...
Yeah, it's a bit sleazy.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of like, couldn't you just apologized or
add voice acting.
Or add voice acting. Like, and again, like, we don't need the instantly can't remember any voice actor's name. Ben Starr. Instantly my brain went blank. You don't need... You could... There are like...
You don't need Ben Starr.
You could have
Fiverr. This little indie voice actor called Chris Pratt.
Yes, he's cheap now. He does pretty much everything, right? But you could have gone to university. Students will do it. At Fiverr, there's loads of indie little companies. Yeah. You could have got... paid a nice unknown voice actors to do some voices in your game. It wouldn't have been hard to do by all accounts.
Nope.
So it's such a murky, and then to change the name.
It really
this
is.
In theory, change the name.
Also, which name do you prefer?
I guess Tails Noir.
Really?
But I think it's a weak name. I really think it's a weak name for like...
I do.
I kind of get why Tails, because, animals and
of course,
have
because
tails.
Jeez.
Exactly.
You're right. It's not an easy word.
The animal stuff.
No, I'm not going to say it. The animalismist.
The animalism, there you go. That's a new word, easier to spell. So I kind of get that. The noir thing's a bit of like everything's called noir if it's like a Dick Tracy detective anything. Right? So it's kind of like a
detective downtown.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hashtag noir for every like Raymond Chandler book and things like that, which are great books.
What's the case?
Those books. Yeah, exactly.
Face.
Toots. Yeah, exactly.
Toots.
Sit
down. Take a chair.
I feel like you've been taken over like that drummer from the Gorillaz, like where the big ghost comes out of him. You just your Raymond Chandler has just taken over your body and started doing Dick Tracy-esque type monologue. So I think both the names are kind of crap. I'm not gonna lie.
I get what you mean. But
yeah,
Backbone is the better name.
It's a harder name. It's kind of it's like a Arnold Schwarzenegger movie type name to it.
Yeah, definitely. And you, as a man who appreciates some alliteration,
of course,
Backbone,
yes. Backbone. Yeah, that's a beautiful use of the B's. So it's a bit of a weird one. Should we jump into the narrative, which again is one of the really hard things to discuss because we can't do any spoilers, and this entire thing is point and click adventure. But let's go. Okay, let's go into it. Right? What did you think of the story?
I think I really, really, really thought that the story started very strong.
Yes, most people did.
That first act. Once you finish that first act, you think, "Holy shit! I am in this game until the very end. This is good. This is great. This is how you do a grounded story in a fantastical world."
Yeah. It is. Ladies and gents, if you have watched Beastars, they kind of do the same thing. But the basic
really?
story is, they do. It's an underground food ring and herbivores versus omnivores type of thing going into it. But this kind of has the same thing. You play in like a noir-inspired dystopian animal-ish version of Vancouver, right? Canada. Vancouver's in Canada, right? I'm not going.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's true. It's on the west coast.
I was
of
like,
Canada.
as soon as I said Vancouver, I thought, where is it? It's Canada. And of course, like a lot of things, there's kind of like a rigid social ladder, right?
There is a social hierarchy. You get that sense from the very start when you open the map. The main character you play as is a raccoon detective called Howard something. You can inspect his map, and he has loads of comments about every single part of the city, and then he talks about the posh parts. He talks about the slums where even he doesn't want to go to. He talks about the parts where he grew up. This is definitely a divided town that's got some social hierarchy, where the apes know best.
Yeah, that was a bit of a curveball for me. That the higher society tapes were apes and not lions. Kind of like.
Well, yeah, because in a society like that, it's not about the strongest, but about the smartest.
That's somewhat true. I can see that. Yeah, I guess they're the closest relative to humans to some degree.
I got a lot of Orwellian vibes, especially from Animal Farm, right?
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
I can absolutely see or hear these apes saying, "Oh, some of us are more equal than others."
Yes, and it has that grungy kind of society split type of writing to it, which is quite good, because even yourself and other fellow raccoons are called stripers, right? Mm-hmm. In regards to being, kind of like
raccoons.
Dirty or raccoons or eating from garbage.
That's just
and
a
stuff
slur,
like that, right?
It's like a racial slur in this game,
which is kind of cool to build that whole world where certain animals are seen as trash, lower the pile, and then for some reason dogs and foxes and squirrels are relatively higher. Except for squirrels are kind of a bit higher than you, but there's a weird social standing there that's kind of fun to discover by all accounts.
And cats too.
Yes, but like otters, not so much. And it's funny just thinking, what did otters do? Why are otters so like? Kind of like lower
what
down
counts?
Exactly. What does
as
actually count?
As a higher societal animal, and what counts as a lower one?
Exactly.
Easy ones. Okay, raccoons lower, skunks lower, apes, dogs higher,
but some
lions top tier.
And some of them are just the pretty animals, right? Like cats and like the pretty dogs. I don't know what, like a red setter is prettier than some other dogs, right? So it's a fun world. It is got a lot to it that's kind of fun.
And that's what you call good world building.
Yes, agreed. At least the beginning of it. You start off like any other Dick Tracy or detective type thing. You get a case from a woman who's mysteriously thinks her husband's acting strange, and we have to find the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of develops and goes out of control, really hitting you with some like big questions, morality wise and like social conscience wise, and all sorts of things. It tries. It really does try to get you thinking,
I think.
Right?
I'm of the opinion that until about like 60-70% of the way through the story, it succeeds.
Yeah, the last bit, like most people also kind of agreed, it starts going, you start going, what?
Whoa,
what? What? No.
Absolutely. And if anyone's listening to this episode and they've not played this game and you think you can predict where it's going,
no,
you can't.
You really can't.
No, No.
Like at the beginning, you do. Like we won't do spoilers, but at the beginning you go, "Oh, okay, so this is serious. We're gonna go look at."
Thickens. This is deepening. This is good. This is grounded. I love it. Let's have more. But then, about 60-70% through, it turns into something completely different.
And it also tries so hard to try and make it like contemplative. I don't play it.
Yes,
It tries to throw into you, ooh, think about that. Let that marinate for us. But you don't. You just think, we were just doing this yesterday. How are we at this point now in regards to... There's a lot... It kind of turns, not too much spoiler, but kind of turns into like a sci-fi aspect later on. in a sense that no one could see coming.
Just saying that, where you're going from a gritty detective tale in a dystopian anthropomorphic Vancouver, you need to solve the case of a missing otter, and it turns sci-fi. That's already just saying way too much.
And not even like slightly sci-fi. It just turns onto sci-fi.
It turns the dial to 11. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
No, a lot of people said this is one of those things where people are also, it's that grey area with the Kickstarter and the stresses of deadlines and wanting to.
Yes.
It sounds like the first bit was done relaxed and open to let's add this.
Yes,
let's
good.
do
Oh,
this,
money was coming in.
Yes,
We've got years.
It was a relaxed, we'll do this. Oh, this is great. And then later part sounds like, you got a deadline for right now. All these good ideas we had, shove them all in there. And you just go, whoa, what is... there's romance, there's science, I won't go too far because it's so mental if I just do catchphrase or just one-word phrases for what happens, because you just go, what? But it tries so hard at the end, it just does.
It does. You know what this reminds me of?
Go on.
Game of Thrones.
Yes, that's actually... I get you. Like in regards to the last season compared to all the other bits. Yeah, that's right.
Just because the last bit is so... I don't even want to say nonsensical, but just because the last bit falls flat, it doesn't take away the first...
Yes, agreed.
Two acts, right? It doesn't take away of the goodness of those first two acts, but it does sour them a slight bit.
It does. It's one of those games, again, I probably, in about a year's time, I'll forget what it's called. I'll call it, that one with the raccoon, right? With the weird storyline.
Yeah.
Which is me anyway. It could be God of War, AAA title, I'll still say the same thing. Mm-hmm. But it's, again, they try to do so much, and they leave you with an open-ended story that has no end. There is no sequel, and you're,
correct.
It's supposed to be
it ends open-ended, which in a lot of games I am completely fine with.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm a big fan of games ending open-ended. It's like
for interpretation's sakes, right?
Exactly. So you can interpret what's going on, what's going to happen after this point, just like an imperfect cadence. Right?
Yes, yeah.
A piece ending from 1 to 5.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And it just ends right there and then in regards
exactly.
to...
It doesn't sound good, but it's perfectly fine to end like that. And loads of games have that ending.
Oh, very true.
And that's fine.
Like
but
Mass Effect, by all accounts. Sorry, continue.
Yes. But I don't know if I feel like that's what I wanted out of a detective story.
Did you know that, weirdly enough, sorry, I was going to say this at the beginning, that this actually, there was actually kind of another game in the backbone, Tails Noir Tales, which are...
but isn't it like a prequel?
No, there was a prequel. There was a car chase game, like a really bad car, kind of like...
What?
No, it's balmy. You should look at it after the event. It's just this really crappy, kind of think this game plus Simpsons Hit and Run, but not as fun as Simpsons Hit and Run.
No.
Just like that weird car, clunky... Yeah, there really was.
Really?
It, of course, did really poorly because no one wanted it. It wasn't great, and who was it for? I do not know, but it did come out.
So,
but it did very poorly.
That's like the indie version. That's like the indie version of FBC Firebreak.
Yes, fundamentally, it also added no narrative. It just added some of the characters for some reason.
No, that's
Which is
cashing
weird.
in on a name.
Yeah.
They think, we've built a franchise now. We can just add to the franchise.
That's right. It's one of those big decisions that you just want to sit in the meeting and just wonder what the hell, like be the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Did they all just go, yes, great idea.
Yes.
Let's take this point and click adventure and make a really basic car game about it.
Oh, fantastic idea, Greg. Oh, well done, Greg. Good idea, Greg.
But we joke, does that actually happen? Like, it seems like it does.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, Greg, run with it. It's genius.
I can tell you from first-hand experience, I work in a corporate environment as my day job. And yes, sometimes just because a big, fat executive says a certain thing, surrounded by yes men, it goes through the door.
It's really weird. I don't understand. Like, with common sense, they argue is just disappearing by all accounts. But it's really just crazy that they put money into it, time, effort, standing in some regards, in regards to the company name. It's very...
Yeah.
Again, this was kind of this game came out in what 2016? Did I have right? 21, sorry, not that long ago. Sorry.
Yeah, 2021. It wasn't that long ago.
But it kind of has gotten better now. Raw Fury is doing better as a company. It's been around for quite a while, which is also kind of just a testament to how well the games are.
If I might add, the game they made after this, a prequel, where you can kind of go through each of the stories of the main characters on how they came to be in Tails Noir.
Yes, apparently, kind of like a backstory, right? Yeah.
Correct. The backstory for each of the main characters. Apparently, some of those episodes are actually really good.
Yeah, I can
really
see.
Good, I mean.
Because a lot of people really, when you've got a world like this and you've got these characters, you do kind of, your mind goes, why is he on drugs? Like, why is this raccoon on drugs?
Yes, exactly.
Why is this? Yeah, you do. And again, that is good world building by its own right.
Exactly what I was about to say. The one thing that Tails Noir / Backbone does really well is world building.
Yeah.
The narrative might fly off of the rails into a ditch and just somehow ends up in space near the end.
yeah.
But this is good world building.
It is. It's again. It almost becomes tragic that it doesn't end better, because this did, like you said, have the bare bones that this could be a tree. This could have been a monkey island.
Oh, absolutely.
This could have gone 1, 2, and 3 quite
bare
easily.
bones and some more good alliteration.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what it should have been called. Bare bones.
Bare bones.
I'm a genius.
Excellent. Yes. Good idea.
Where's my executive saying, "God, genius, go with it"?
Go, Dave. Excellent. Yes. Good job, Dave.
There we go. That's what I liked. Anything else?
Yes, no,
narrative.
I mean, nothing else. I just, again, really want to reiterate, it's just the last act. The first 2 acts
not too bad.
Are not too bad. The first one is actually really good.
Oh, and it's kind of got a cool, I got this in visuals as well, like the juxtaposition between the poor parts of town and the rich hoity-toity types is well written as well, right? The high society types.
Yeah.
It is.
The conversation, you could hear in the conversation between the way a rich animal talks, or
exactly.
well-to-do animal, and an animal not so affluent.
And it is kind of fun just finding out which snob animals have made it to snobbery levels. Like horses make sense because because thoroughbreds and pedigrees and all that other things.
Yes, right? Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, enough about the narrative. Visuals, which I'm guessing we both scored quite high because we both have one thing in common in regards to visuals such as this, right?
Yes. We really love pixel art.
Yeah, that's right. You just can't go wrong with it, really.
No, you can't. And if it's done well, really well.
And luckily, this one was.
Yes, it tickled a certain monkey part of my brain.
Oh, so much of it was just so good. Even did you notice between the loading screens, the little cigarette? Like the cigarette was the loading bar, and you would smoke it until it got into nothing, and then it would load the next screen.
Of course.
It's such little things like that. Which again, ladies and gents, we are both in our 30s ish, so we were brought up on a lot of pixel games in regards to the original Monkey Islands and even the original Day of the Tentacles.
The old Final Fantasies.
Yes, so we've got a nostalgia for it to some degree, but it's also so pretty. How can you not look at these games and go, wow, that's actually really nice?
It really is. Even with the low pixel count,
yes,
there's something magical that really happens if you can work your magic on low pixel count. It somehow just looks incredibly good. And in this case, they made a whole city that looks good.
It's so great. Again, it's one of those areas. They must have had such talented, like, really, really inspired people. Because, like you said, just the streets, the puddles on the floor, the one otter or whatever he was throwing up because he was a druggie. And then later on, there's a burlesque kind of place. And there's a movie theater. And there's cars. And there's life. And it's all just happening in this little street front that you walk up and down in. And it's all, again, just so charming. Even though it's a gritty noir, like dystopian-esque future, there's just so much to like about it. Even going to the jazz bar, where you could just sit down at the bar and then just enjoy the music, by all accounts.
Which is, I might add, probably the only voice acting in the game.
Yes,
is a song sung.
by the we'll go into that later, but I think it's by the composer of the music for this game, isn't it?
It's by Shakira.
The Shakira. Shakira. Sorry,
yes, thank you very much. I was expecting you to...
Sorry, I didn't...
No, I'm joking because Shakira's Gazelle in Zootopia / Zootropolis.
That's very true. I've forgotten that by all accounts.
You know, she sings.
That's right, and thus she's great.
It's these spaces that they made in this game, the streets especially, you could see far off in the distance. You could see the skyline of the city, or which part of the city you're on. It could be artisanal, gorgeous buildings, or it could just be a load of factories because you're in the docks now.
Yeah,
and it all looks good.
Sorry. Even the posh town, it actually, the houses and stuff like that are actually the same type of houses you found in Vancouver during that kind of time. It's kind of back in time a bit in regards to dial-up telephones and stuff like that.
Narrow townhouses.
Yes, those are the exact type of buildings you would have found in Vancouver. Still do to some degree. So it's researched and it actually is kind of real with what they do there. The only thing I just realised now, I forgot to write this down. Did you notice what played with my brain a little bit? Is that when, later on you climb onto the roofs to get into the club, and there's...
Oh, that was a bit janky, but yes.
There's geese up there, or something. I think it was a goose. And in my mind I was thinking, how did the other animals morph into...
Wait a minute.
What happened to geese?
Oh, Dave!
What?
Dave! I wish I could tell you and the rest of the audience, because it actually gets answered.
Does it? Even pigeons?
Yes.
Did I miss that part?
No, it gets answered at the end of the game.
Oh! Well, good storytelling then, by all accounts, because I was sitting there thinking...
Because they're not called geese, they're called geezers.
Genius. Another promotion for Malcolm in the back corner.
Yay.
Well done.
But yes, there are geese, there are pigeons, there are actual animals in this anthropomorphic
What did you
world.
find janky about the climbing scene, out of curiosity?
Oh, sometimes I just wasn't standing at the right spot for
control-wise.
the climb action to appear.
I liked the climb action. Now, granted, I'm being old again. The climb action reminded me just of Prince of Persia, but the original Prince of Persia. Back in the
side-scrolling one.
Yes! And I swear it was almost the identical climbing animation, which, again, from my old memories, really excited me when I saw him climbing up on the roof and just doing that.
Well, I mean, that just leads to exactly one of my notes, the smooth character animation.
That's very true. That's true. It was...
Right?
Yeah,
Whether
exactly
it's
right.
climbing, smoking, vomiting. All these animations are smooth and really well done.
Yeah, it really...
Right?
And
it's
again,
expressive and cinematic.
We've discussed this before in regards that visuals also add to narrative, right? They kind of tell a story in their own right as well. And this does
absolutely.
that. But like
it
you
does,
said...
It does.
Go on.
Excuse me. It reminds me of one of the first times that this was kind of done. Not just done well, but done in any video game. The first Sonic game on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I remember.
This was, I think, the very first time that a character had an idle animation.
Oh yeah, the tapping the foot and checking your watch
exactly
or whatever,
that,
right?
tapping the foot. Just that one single animation gave character to Sonic.
Oh yeah, no, exactly right.
Right,
No,
he's impatient.
entirely.
He's waiting
That's
for you. He doesn't want to go slow.
And he is
come on.
Yeah, he's fast. What am I waiting
pick up
for,
the
right?
pace.
No, exactly right. That's very true. That little bit.
That's
added
exactly
so
your
much character.
point.
Yeah.
That's exactly your point, where simple character animation, even if you're not inputting anything, can add to the story, add to the narrative and the lore and the character design.
There was something
characters.
about it that also, it was heavy the way he lifted himself up, and he wasn't a fit detective, was he? He was kind of like a lumbering alcoholic to some degree.
Yeah.
Granted, all noir things always have that like slightly alcoholic detective. By all accounts, there's always a bottle of whiskey in his straw.
Oh,
that's right.
I've seen too much of
yeah,
this
and only
city.
one glass. Yeah, it's it's cliche because it is kind of cool. I know it's not great to glorify drinking, but it is cool.
It is. Not kind of. It is. That's why people love the noir settings.
That's right.
I can absolutely see just adding the word noir to the title here made a lot of people think, oh,
right.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, and because there are so many books, movies, and of course LA Noir associated just to that word, that makes you go, oh yes, let's dive into that some more.
Listen, list. If you can hear me right now, please give us LA Noir.
Oh yeah, could you imagine?
Please list.
I haven't completed that yet, so that'd be great.
You should. You really should.
I really should. I agreed. It's on my list.
All hail the list.
All hail the list. Anything else? Sorry, visually we want to touch upon.
I think the UI feels clean and minimalistic, and it wasn't intrusive at all. One of the ideologies of UX would be if it goes unnoticed for the longest of times, then it is a good UI. And in this case, I didn't feel the UI intrude at all.
Well, it's one of those interesting ones in regards to, this isn't like the Monkey Island point and click, is it? Where you get the unlimited pants pockets, where you pick up one thing and you pick up another thing and you combine them later on to make something insane to undo a puzzle, right? This has kind of got a realism to it, that you're just a guy in a raccoon in a trench coat with who's just trying to bust a criminal. So it kind of had, I know it's weird to say in an animal-esque world, it had realism to it.
Oh,
which is a strange thing to say in regards to...
It is a strange thing to say about an animal-like game.
But I agreed.
Akin to Zootopia/Zootropolis.
That's true. But you're right. There was no interfering UI. There was nothing that got in the way. There was nothing clunky about it. It made you feel like you were playing... You stayed immersed in it. By all accounts, right? Yeah.
There were definitely parts of this game where I felt like I really wanted to be on that street.
Yes, agreed. Yeah,
I wanted to stand there and just gaze, maybe not smell, but look at everything on the street.
You want to smell it. You want to smell the cigarettes.
You want to smell an entire city full of animals.
That's valid. Could you imagine if it just smelled all like ass? It was just pure.
It would. It would smell all like ass.
I was just realizing
because I mean there are cows, bulls, skunks.
And do you know what? There aren't any in any of the places apart from your apartment. Toilets.
What? Toilets?
There's no toilets.
Oh damn! Oh,
right. The club had no
you're
toilets. Right. You have a toilet, I think, and a bathroom.
That's because the world is their toilet. They're animals, Dave.
Could you imagine? They're just crapping everywhere. It could be genius. Derek, promotion. No toilets.
Yeah, another promotion. We did it.
Anything else? Visuals. Sorry.
No, nothing more for visuals. I really like the way that they've done the pixel art.
Yeah, it really is pretty.
Oh yes, no, I've got one more thing.
Hit us with it. Go on.
I don't know what the effect is called. Probably just depth.
Yeah.
If you're walking along the street, certain things at certain depths move at different speeds.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
so if things are closer to the screen in the game, they move across the screen faster. But if things are farther away from the screen or camera, like the skyline, it moves slower.
Ooh, that's actually clever, right?
Right. And they've done this with so many layers in this game. It's not just the front, the middle, the back. No, it feels like there are like 10.
Yeah, it's quite interesting you say that, because it is actually kind of really clever, and it's sad that we don't know the name of that. I bet you that's got some.
It's difficult to explain.
Name. But I get what you mean. Like the front, it's like when you watch movies, you see the cars go past on the road faster, don't you? When somebody's walking down.
Exactly.
And in the background, because clouds are slower than it kind of builds that whole world being alive and around you. No, it's quite clever. I didn't even notice that.
It reminds me of the Disney animators did this for Snow White, right, in 1938. They had, I think, 4 or 5 screens on which they had the trees and the bushes.
Yeah.
And the camera would zoom in, and the trees and bushes closest to the camera would feel like they would move faster.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to explain what this is, and the only word I can think of is depth.
Yeah, sadly, we neither of us are like cinematographers or anything. I'm sure there is a proper word for it. But agree. It's layered.
Yes, go check gameplay on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean, ladies and gents.
Okay, this is the big thing that we'll go into the audio segment, and Mr. Audio Man being his favourite segment, I don't doubt to some degree. I'm so glad we kind of scored the same score, because I always get kind of stressed out in these episodes, and I'll say, well, the sound is crap. And you'll go, what? But there was Cassandros, and it was orchestral. Me? Yeah. Did you not listen? That's what I mean. Are you some sort of dullard? You didn't understand the different... But that wasn't the case in this one.
No,
I was actually nicer than you in the audio in regards to this game. So what did you think of the audio, by all accounts?
I think this was such an extremely missed opportunity. How disappointing. Sure, right, the soundtrack is jazz inspired.
Yes,
but I think you can listen to the entire soundtrack in 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right?
And there was only one that was even slightly catchy to me.
Exactly. It's
right?
if you can hear music, it's fine. It's good. It's not bad. It's just so incredibly sparse.
Yes, that's the problem, right?
There are massive chunks of game where there's just no sound.
Which is so sad, because as we were telling, we were glazing all the visuals. When you take away the sound from the visuals, it kind of takes away from the whole atmosphere of what's going on the screen, right?
It really does. Even just add in some ambience, right? If it's in the middle of the night, add a cricket, some wind, some very few cars in the distance.
Yes, some sort of city life type audio to things. Right? Yeah, exactly.
But right now, it's nothing, and it's so much more prevalent with the omission of voice acting.
Yeah, it's one. Again,
and I say omission because from the story you raised earlier, I think it's done on purpose now.
Yeah, it is kind of a souring note, isn't it? You could before we learned that, we could say, budgets and voice actors, but they to have the narrative. But they were given the money for voice actors.
They reached the goal.
And this would have been so good with voice actors of different accents and New York, and we all like Zootopia by all accounts. They do it very well in that game, and Beastars. Yeah. It would have been so many more layers better if there was just some voice acting to go with it.
Yes, come on. I would have loved to hear just listen to Anatoly talk like this,
right? And the big animal at the club, Big Mama. I don't know animal.
Yes. Or the wolf, the wolf that kind of intimidates you in the hotel.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
And we say this from being in a background of reading LeChuck from Monkey Island, and we have read intimidating characters in our past in regards to he's cool. But now in a game with so void of sound, and let's face it, Monkey Island had tons of good music to it. That had music, that had effects.
Oh yeah, I still listen to Monkey Island soundtrack.
I recognize it, especially the pub in what's the first island called? Is that Mali? That is Mali Island.
Melee Island.
Is it Melee Island? Anyway, the great music. Play Monkey Island. We already said that.
Do it.
There was such a weird disconnect to the music here. You know that you start off in your apartment and it's stingy. It's dark. It's kind of depressing. You're just scraping by with the money you make as a private detective. And
you've got an appointment. Someone's at the door. But you first need to clean up.
Yes, and there's one point I just looked at there was a pinboard or a map or something, and I was just hovering over the little details. It tells you, this was this, and then all of a sudden, just because I think I stepped out to go make a coffee or something, and I came back and I was still on the map and I was just looking at it, and then it went, and I was like, whoa, geez. What happened? What? I didn't do anything different. Was I late? Did the woman arrive and I no longer get the case? I thought maybe it was an adaptive type story. But no, it just seemed to have played it on the 30-minute mark of playing the game.
Yeah, no.
It was just just a random
Can't be doing that, game. Can't be doing that.
It is such a shame because there was one cool bit where you played harmonica. Did you do that? There was one bit where you could join the guy in the band and play he whips out his harmonica and plays a bit of harmonica.
No.
That was kind of cool. Old God, what are you called? Raccoon guy. I wrote it was the Howard. He plays
Howard.
harmonica, right? Which is, again, is kind of that romanticized drifter kind of like instrument in regards to what it is, right? So it was catchy. It was kind of cool.
But there are parts. There are parts in this that are that is so close to being a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Parts of this that get close to just being a great game, and then it devolves.
Yeah,
then it doesn't get there, especially the closer you come to the end.
Yes, agreed. Again, the end just seems fumbled so much. You just keep getting more and more detached from the story and the characters as you continue.
The lack of voice acting. Yeah. You have so much conversation in this.
Yes,
there are so many conversations. You talk to loads of people. Voice acting is sorely needed in this game.
It's such a shame because, again, it's trying to do something good. It's trying to do a story, and we all, like I said, anybody of our age, everyone loves a noir tale. It's just so good. There's so many.
Oh yeah.
And we all wanted to be so invested in it, and we so wanted it to watch it and go, "Oh, have you played this game? You've got to play this game." It's and it just fails. And the audio just is one of the biggest negatives. You just can't.
It is unfortunate because the first act really got me.
Right,
really. The first act is really
good.
Roped me
That's
in.
right.
I felt immersed.
Yep.
I felt it. This is good. This is great. I'd love to play more of this.
Yep.
And then the issues started showing face more and more, and I felt myself slipping.
Yeah, sadly, I think the majority of people have that same thing. They say, yeah, it's good. It's not bad. That's the problem. They just say, it's not bad. That's not really the greatest review you want for a game by all accounts.
No, it isn't. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
Yes.
But that's the only facet of this game that kind of holds throughout.
Yeah, so by all accounts, there not being much audio doesn't really mean the audio section is going to be that large in this one. Anything else, like audio-wise, you could lay out?
I mean, needs voice acting.
Of course.
Needs a bigger soundtrack. The ambient effect lacks presence. It makes the world feel emptier if there's no ambience.
Did you like the jazz song, out of curiosity? You're the one with the music.
Of course I did, yes.
Was it a good jazz song by all accounts?
That single song played in, what was it, The Bite?
Yes, that's right. That's it. The Bite club.
Sung by an actual singer. Of course, that was great.
Yes.
But I mean,
it's the
you
only
get kicked
nuggets
out
you got
after 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So you got kicked out too. You got kicked out. I've written this in gameplay by all accounts. Should we move on to gameplay then?
You know what? Let's move on to gameplay. Yes, I got kicked out.
I was so hoping your decisions you made changed the story. Like,
nope.
You know, you got kicked out. Like you said, that lady didn't trust you, right? Same thing for me. Didn't trust you.
Clarissa Bloodworth.
Cool. Again, cool character by all accounts, and cool animal, though. Yeah. But she says that she knows you're lying and chucks you out. And I thought to myself, ooh, I wonder if narratively, if I picked a different, if I'd have made it and we'd had like, would this story have branched?
Exactly.
And does it? No.
No.
No, not at any point.
Big fat no.
Even if you're, in the options in these games, you fundamentally get the good guy, the neutral guy, and then the bad guy. So even if you're a dick, it still comes out to fundamentally, you are mean, I'm not talking to you. That's right. But anyway, the thing you wanted, it's over there. And that's so weirdly distorted.
But you're still a dick.
Yeah, you're horrible. Out of curiosity, did you get rid of I think it was a mouse or rat who was selling food, or did you get rid of the big walrus that was selling porn mags?
I got rid of the big walrus.
So did I, damn it. I wanted to know. That could be the only point where the stories may have changed a little bit.
It doesn't.
You can't.
I mean, there are two ways of you getting into the bite. You could climb the rooftops.
Of course,
or
climbing the store.
You could kind of buzz in from the back and pretend you're someone else.
Oh, yeah, there was a whole thing with the delivery car thing and stuff like
that's
that.
Right,
which I never actually went into. Yeah, I climbed the roof as well. So in theory, there was a slight deviation there.
Yes, but...
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I found that notepad with like the delivery times and stuff on it, and I just realised...
And you cross-referenced?
I did. Yeah. I just realised there's a woman there that's looking for her daughter.
Correct.
I don't know if that was a side quest, but I didn't do that in the slightest.
No, same. I was looking for her daughter. I never found her.
No, I went everywhere. There wasn't a daughter in there.
This game is, especially in gameplay, it keeps dropping the ball.
Yes.
It keeps dropping the ball. It's pretending like you've got choice. You don't.
Yeah. And
it's pretending like that you can do different things. You can't.
And it's so sad because you're right. The first bit, the first act, and fundamentally the demo was also fundamentally the same thing. Has so many of those like good things in it. Point and click games have like dramatic moments where you got a timer before you have to hide somewhere. Granted, not complicated.
Yes.
You hide in box. And I kind of really enjoyed that puzzle on the fridge in regards to the right.
Same.
I was like, ooh,
same. That was a good one. That was a good one. And can I tell you what?
What?
It's the only one.
Yes, isn't it? Isn't that just the saddest thing?
It is the only one.
Because these games, ladies and gents, if you've never played a proper point-and-click adventure, one of the biggest parts of a point-and-click adventure is kind of working out these puzzles that are often,
correct,
in like Monkey Island's terms, like really wacky kind of scenarios. But some other games, it's really kind of like commonsensical, or you have to solve like a little puzzle to kind of work it out so that you get the code, kind of like Resident Evil-esque in that regard.
You actually need to engage with the gaming material.
Yes, exactly.
And in here, you had to. You could solve the puzzle. You could sneak around. You can have two different ways of getting back into the bite.
That's right. It
feels like all of this was pushed into the free demo.
Yes, to kind of get money coming in regards to backing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. To get people to buy the game, and none of this was added.
No, like literally, it's the only puzzle. The rest of the puzzles, they're not puzzles. You talk to people, and then you discover something, and that's it.
And that's the other thing. You talk to people, and it's not even like you need to play dialogue chess.
No, exactly. No. Like exactly.
You could just press any option, exhaust all of the dialogue options, and you'll have exactly what you need.
That's right. And next,
there's no wrong thing to say.
Yeah, it's kind of sad in that regard because even I don't know, Monkey Island, granted being like the OP. A lot of their puzzles were really hard. Anyone who's played that game, you've spent 2 hours thinking, what am I supposed to do? And then you go, I'm supposed to run away from the chef by walking all the way around the house so that then I can go back in without him attacking me with a knife, which is a bit that actually took me about 3 hours to work out, by the way. I put to sleep the poodles and then that chef. No, but that was years ago, so I'm slowly getting over it. You're right, there's just no... it's like, it almost slowly turns into a visual book. Like you're now just going through the paces of the gameplay and okay, now go talk to the dog and now go talk to Madame Ledoux. And then you're going, okay, when's the next puzzle then? Because, the adventure part of this is a bit of puzzling.
It is frustrating. It is a big missed opportunity that a game where you're supposed to be a detective to detect things, to figure out a case, solve a case, doesn't have any puzzles.
It's funny that the more we talk about this game, the more I want to play LA Noir.
You say this.
Like, it just goes, we should just not play this game. Just play LA Noir. Detectives, puzzles. It's got noir in the title.
LA Noir,
yeah.
I wouldn't say has puzzles. Like you need to figure something out.
There's that one outside the window where you got to fix the
much less like this, but it's also kind of a case like how do you explain this? Just ticking things off a box?
Yeah, kind of. That's very true. Kind of like a checklist type thing. That's very true. It does kind of hold your hand quite a lot. Still a great game. Everyone should play that.
Still a great game. Still, you should play LA Noir.
But yeah, the gameplay in this, it's just nothing there. You'd argue that gameplay is kind of a bit of a non-category because there's no...
This is just an interactive visual novel.
Yeah, it turns into a visual, which I like visual novels. I'm not chucking those under the bus, but yeah, it's not.
But
really...
they're not pretending to be something else.
Exactly, it's not. And again, it's kind of a hard selling on that nostalgia that we all had with the old point-and-click adventure games, and then giving you a great demo, and then after that part, nothing. Just flat lines into just like, okay, go here, go there, talk to this person, this next. Here, big
That is exactly what it is. You just talk to this person, exhaust the dialogue.
Yes.
Go here, Talk to this person, exhaust the dialogue. There are no real choices here. What's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah, and then just ponder this moment because we threw up some crazy stuff that's made you think about things. Yeah.
Ponder right now.
Yeah, no, end. There we go. We dropped the mic on a big ponderous moment about society.
Fade to black.
Yeah, exactly. It's a strange one, this. Anything else gameplay wise? Because again,
if the gameplay was if you had more agency and if the story was a bit better, and if they added a couple more songs and voice acting,
it's just a mixed mag of just bits being missing, right? It could have been good,
what could have been
missing so much.
What could have been?
Did you have any problems performance wise then?
I didn't. This runs smoothly. I read online across platforms, so not just PC. But the only
thing I had, again, I always question if this is actually performance or just me being annoyed by a certain thing. Sometimes their checkpoint saves and stuff were kind of just odd. Like, granted, you can't just save wherever you are in regards to this game. It always saves you either at the beginning or the end. And some parts where I, again, played it for a bit, dropped it, presumed there was like some sort of checkpoint, but the checkpoint was really far. Like, I had to go through like, I know it's kind of like 15 minutes of what I'd already done. Now
I had the same thing happen to me.
Which again, this game isn't super old, so it's not like the concept of just having a checkpoint save after like a big conversation or something is not a new one.
If the autosave's going to be sparse, that's fine, but give me the option to save as well, please.
Yes, that's really weird that they didn't just. And again, it's not that hard. It's just a save state of that part of you in that game at that moment.
Easy.
It isn't difficult to add to things.
Yeah, I landed in Renee's apartment. Yeah. I had a big old conversation with Renee.
Yes,
and afterwards I was walking around in the apartment. Mm-hmm. So I quit.
Of course.
And when I loaded back in, it was before I got to Renee's apartment.
Isn't that a bit annoying? Granted, in old games, yes, this was a thing you forgave because of the old architecture of making games. But today, it's not hard. Why do they not add that to it? It's such a weird thing to not add to a game such as this in today's topology of games.
Yeah. But at least the load times were not super long.
That's very true.
They were short.
They were
short-ish. Yeah. You could see that cigarette being smoked. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was
6-7 times.
That's very true. Very true. Okay, what did you think of value for money? Because this was a weird one for me. Did you think?
You know what?
Go on. What did you think?
My usual standing is if you can get something valuable out of the money you spend for this, whether that is a good experience of 6 hours, or just a fun game of 50 hours.
Yeah.
It's usually where I land. Yeah. Quantity does not mean quality.
That's very true.
In this case, the game is extremely short.
Very short.
4 hours?
4 to 5 hours, on average,
With very little replay value.
Right. Did you see the price point?
What was it?
This game from 2016, a point and click adventure.
2021.
2021. Sorry, I don't know why it's 16. What's saying my head there? By a little ish, like an indie-ish company, point and click. It's now 10 years old? Not 10. What's wrong with me? 5 years old. Jeez. $25 still across the board.
Ugh, that is
$25 is crazy.
That's more expensive than Silk Song.
It is. I could not believe it. I went on Epic Games, Steam, PlayStation. It's all $25. $25?
Yeah.
Okay, for a game, $25 sounds great, but this lasts for 5 hours. You're not zero replayability because there's no actual weight to any of the decisions you make. And this should be $5. Maybe 10. It is worth.
I'd go with 10. I'd go with $10.
$25. And now you just said it's more expensive than Silk Song. It's just blown my mind a bit because it is. It's actually $5 more expensive than Silk Song, which is crazy. Yeah. I don't understand that. Did they just leave it? Even on good old games, it was also $25. Do they forget to change the price? I don't know.
I don't know. Or they've dug themselves into a slight hole where the money they made from Kickstarter wasn't entirely enough. That's also why they've not added voice acting. And so they kind of need to keep the price point at $25 to pay back Raw Fury, and they need to pay back some some holes that they made to get to get the game out of the door. I don't know.
But it's definitely not worth $25. I'm sorry.
It's definitely not worth $25. No, this game looks amazing. That's about it.
Yeah, like to any that one, I was flabbergasted. Just I kept going through like, there's got to be somewhere. This is cheaper. This is insane. This has got to be a price point that is wrong. But no, so weird. Yeah. So it's again, you can get Monkey Island like the whole set for like $8 at the moment. Like granted, older games, I'll give you, it should be that price.
Yeah. And none of them are in the art style of this. No,
very true.
Maybe
very true.
Monkey Island 2. I don't know. But I would, not for $25, but for significantly less, this is worth playing for the art and tone alone.
Yeah, exactly right. It is worth...
The art and tone, they nail.
Yes. But like for like $5 to $10, like wait for Steam sales or something, because no one should buy this. Do not pay $25 for this game. This is a warning to everybody. This is a national announcement. Do not pay $25 for this game. That's just a crazy price. So yeah, that's about it. What did we score this bad boy in the end then?
Our scores for Tails Noir / Backbone, they were all going to get something to eat at a little place called The Bite, which is a very nice little place. But unfortunately though, after they had their steak and salad, they've completely lost their memory because it was rattled with something called monkey butt, a new drug doing the rounds on the streets of anthropomorphic Vancouver.
Nice, you said it. Well done.
Thank you. The only one who regained consciousness and made it back home to tell all the friends and family of the missing persons was the letter grade rating of C-.
Which again, like you said, it's worth a C- game is worth picking up for $10 or so to play.
C- is fine. If it wasn't for how good this game looks.
Yes, agreed.
This could have been low D.
Yeah, if this had bad visuals or static visuals or something like that, yeah, this would actually be absolutely not worth anyone's time. But you're right, it is very pretty.
I wouldn't put this in F territory.
No, agreed.
The visuals is the only thing that is putting this in.
It's crazy. And we say that being kind of in love with pixel art ourselves, so that's somewhat biased. It's somewhat biased. We like any game with that art would probably have done quite well. I love
the way this game looks.
Yeah. But yeah, it's worth picking up. It's not... Yeah, it's not. It's C-. It is what it is, but buy it when it's less than $25. Just please do not buy it.
That's it. I think we nailed this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Critical Arcade Podcast. Press all the buttons on your screen except the one that looks like a big red cross in the upper right-hand corner.
Yes.
Don't press that one.
Yeah, does anyone press that one? Isn't it like 40 tabs now? It's like the thing to do. No one presses X on anything anymore.
So if you press that, you close all 40 tabs. Be careful.
Oh, I wonder if people actually do that and they're like, oh no! And then you've got bookmarks and stuff. Yeah, I like people get upset by that. But yeah, like, subscribe, throw to your mate, send a telegram.
Oh yes, please. Yeah, please send this to your friends.
Put it in a bottle, right? That's what we used to do back in the day. Put it in a little bottle, chuck it in the sea, and see if
you could press
pirate.
Control P. That would print your screen.
Nice. I like it. This is old school now. Then what?
Put it in a bottle.
Nice. Ooh, that's a very good combination of like high tech and low tech. I'm already in love with this idea.
Yeah. That's the type of content. That's the type of good content you get on a Critical Arcade.
That's right, Nick. You get a promotion. Genius, high tech, low tech.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Dave. You do all of those things, Dave. Where can we follow you?
You can find me out and about, but sadly Nick just stole my whole story about the monkey butt thing, so now I've got to do a whole new one. You did? Well, I was going to say I'm going to get you addicted to monkey butt, the hardcore drug hitting the streets of Vancouver, but he's already told the... But anyway, you'll get monkey butt, which is strange because it smells like monkey butt, but people were still using it to get high, which is... weird. That's for what animals.
I'm telling you. You don't want to smell the city.
You really don't. And they got like proper nose buds and stuff like that. Or nose sensors, olfactory cells. There you go. That's science for you. But yeah, you'll get addicted to monkey butt, and none of your friends will like you anymore, and your pets will disown you because it smells like an ass of a monkey. There you go. That's it.
That is horrible. Don't follow Dave. Rather, get informed. Dave, what have we got lined up for next week?
Oh, next week's game, which has actually been one I've been waiting for a long time because it's such a throwback, and I love throwbacks to like old Cartoon Network things.
Oh yeah.
We get to play a game I've never played for the PlayStation 2, Samurai Jack: The Shadow of Aku. Right? It was Aku.
The absolute hellest of years.
Yeah, right. I granted, we're both grown men now. I'm sure we haven't watched. You haven't watched Samurai Jack in a very long time. Cool. Too.
Oh, no,
so,
but
it's such a cool.
To go back.
That's what I mean. Even to this day in my 30s, Samurai Jack is like hell yeah. It's like watching Kill Bill.
Epitome of cool.
Yeah, he really. And I really look forward to kind of like jumping back into the story and just being back in that world again. So yeah, that should be a good one. I'm very much looking forward to that one.
Before we sign off.
Yes.
You keep referencing that this game released in 2016.
Yes, why do I do that?
Because there was a film that also released in 2016.
I think I know the film. Tell me what the film is.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Dave, because the film that released in 2016 that you keep getting confused about is Zootopia / Zootropolis.
Wow. I've got like Inception levels of brain function that just wanted me to remember that
officially come full circle.
Whoa, my mind's just exploding now. All the knowledge is pouring out. We cracked it.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, quickly, we need to leave to go patch Dave's mind.
Yeah, no doubt. It's flooding everywhere.
For listening to this week's episode. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.